sometimes as modern day humans, we feel like we have to know all the answers. We have to control everything we're doing. Hi, I'm here to share a message from my guides in the Akashic Records. This message was given to me during the time of the pandemic, when the state of the world was filled with fear, anxiety, sadness, worries, anger. And I remember the guidance they gave me was so timely and helpful then, that I feel it could help us today, because we might not be having a pandemic, but we're definitely experiencing on a worldwide level those same emotional energies. So when I was in meditation, I remember just sitting there being peaceful, and my guides pop into my mind and say, "Brenda, pay attention." And when they do that, I'm always like, "Yes, Captain." And the first thing they showed me was the graph of a seismology machine, the kind that can show us if an earthquake is happening. And so the image I got was something like this. This was the state of the world. It was crazy, up and down. Even just looking at this makes me feel a little off kilter and anxious. It's just complete chaos. And they said, this is the state of the world right now. This is where humanity is at. But you don't have to reflect that pattern, that energetic pattern that humanity is in, because when something is, an energetic pattern is shared by many, it's almost like standing at the shore of the ocean, and then a big wave comes in and just knocks you over. You're just overwhelmed by it. You're in it, and you have to really struggle and fight to get out of it. And so during that time, that's kind of how I felt. So once they showed me that, they said, you don't have to be in that pattern. You can create your own pattern. And looking at it, this feels a lot more calm. And it just feels also stronger, because there's just a sense of like there's a foundation underneath. And then you can rise and just be calm, like travel, be carried by that foundational calm. And then they went on to show me how I could get into this state. And they said, when you meditate, call in the universal rays of the heart chakra, the pink ray and the green ray. And as we know, our heart chakras, the energy center, is the main center through which we process just the world through our emotions. And so they showed me, they said, call it into your heart, let it fill your heart, and then go on to radiate it outwards. So once I could feel first I would call in the pink ray and then the green ray, and feel it as each one. I would do one at a time. So if I start with the pink ray, I would close my eyes and visualize it filling my heart. And once you start to visualize it, then you're in that space through your imagination where you can actually work with spirit and the energies. So you might get an image of it filling, you might get an image and a sensation of it, or a knowing. And then you let that initial pink ray or green ray, whichever you choose to work with first, just spread throughout your body, filling yourself all the way to the top and all the way down to the tips of your toes. And all the way down through your arm to the tips of your fingers. And once you feel filled by the energies of the pink ray of love, of calm, I call the pink ray the energy of mother love. Then you have the green ray. You invite that in. And again, you let it fill your heart. You imagine it, feel it spreading through every part of your body, from the top of your crown chakra down to the tips of your toes, again through the tips of your fingers. And when you feel filled with it, and again, the green rays are Mother Earth, healing, nurturance, abundance, then you imagine your heart sending these rays out into the world. Now, I remember once a client asked me, well, should I put an intention like we want peace, we want health? And honestly, what I do is these are such high vibrational energies that just by sending them out, people will resonate. And I think, I believe in my heart that we will all find our way to the highest level we can by engaging with these energies. So we'll all naturally want to be calmer. We'll all naturally want to be more loving, more caring. And I think that's important because sometimes as modern day humans, we feel like we have to know all the answers. We have to control everything we're doing. So all you have to do is be a channel, a transmitter. Be grounded through Mother Earth, through the green rays, and just be loving, the universal love coming through. And once you do that, because you're resonating in a more grounded, solid, much higher vibrational frequency, this, which is so wonky and all over the place, and really, it's something overwhelming, can feel like this is so strong because it's overwhelming you. But no, not necessarily. Once you're grounded and holding the energies, then this is the real strength. And so once you start sending it out there, it will meet up with what's wonky, what's chaotic. And that, almost think of it also, I just got the sense of it being like a protective bubble around us, pushing the chaos away. And so if each of us does this, then this gets smaller and smaller and smaller until it disappears, because this isn't grounded in anything. This is just our shadow thoughts, our shadow feelings, and we're stronger than that. Our souls are, our higher spirits are so strong, and when we connect to our higher selves and to the universal rays of love, grounding, nurturance, abundance, protection, abundance of peace, abundance of joy, abundance of healing, then there's really nothing that we can't change and heal and make for the better. So I hope this helps you. It's something that I really wanted to share for many reasons. One is, it is so simple to do. And I remember during the times of the pandemic, I would be at work and still, or actually not at work. I mean, I was at work, but at home. And being on Zoom, I just couldn't just step out and go, oh, I'm going to, do this practice. I would just do it, just quietly do it at the same time. And it's so simple that if you need to do it throughout the day, you can. And in doing it just a few minutes each time can make a world of difference, because the more you do it, the more you engage with it, that it gets to the point where you think it and you already start to connect to it, because you're inviting the energies in, and they've created a little home for themselves in you, so that when you need them, kind of waking them up and saying, okay, ready to go. So thank you, and let's do this, people. We can change the world one healing person at a time.